What's going on, everybody? Doc, your average gamer guys, back again, free to play action. If you didn't catch the other video, we're doing the same thing basically here on free to play a little bit later, getting some advanced recording done this week. We are wrapping up our delivery event here on free to play. Got some boxes in, ready to rock and roll. Let's get going with some deliveries. Let's get some invoices. Now, these ones I always struggle with. I like to try to take the gamble. So I'm going to take the gamble on these first few. Okay, we got some back. Now, at this point, I play it safe. I'm going to keep it safe. I'll take the little bonus. I'll take the little boost here. We got to get ours in for the day. This one I don't like to mess around with. But I'll try. Woo! Okay, the boost here could be so big. I don't really know, to be honest, if I need any more, like any specific amount of these. I'm thinking no. I'm thinking we'll play it safe here from the get-go for the rest of these. Maybe the low ones I should be taking some chances on. The last one, maybe we will. But we're going to grab a few things. I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited. We did pretty good. I think we're in the... We'll be in the 12,000 range, maybe. And this all wraps up, I think. Or maybe above that. Let's take a look here. I've got the last little bit of pack. I got a few packages left here. Yeah, 11.5. Pretty good. We're going to be able to get quite a few things here, so I'm really excited about that. I shared my thoughts about this event on the previous video on our main account, so go check that out if you haven't seen it already. This is what I'm interested in here primarily. I definitely want drone blueprints. We need lots of these. I do want to grab... I actually don't, on this account, have all of the extremely rare, so I'm kind of interested in grabbing these. See, the dilemma I'm in now is I do want pups. Excuse me. I really want pups, and I really kind of want both of these pups. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the Roddy. And then what I think we'll have... I should have 2 resets of this, I think. Got a day. Yeah, so I'll have 2 more resets. So if I can, I think I'll get enough points to be able to grab this. And then anything left over, I'm probably just going to grab the Scar or the VSS, to be honest with you. And I'll count that as a pretty good win. For free to play, to grab these 3 things, honestly, pretty happy. And when you consider that this is 2 of each blueprint plus a level 3 dog, I'd say that's a win. I'd say that is, ladies and gents, that's a W. Look at that. That's some solid stuff right there. That's some solid rewards. I can get behind it. Now, one thought I didn't share that I do think is, pertinent, I guess, to the discussion here, is the fact that I wouldn't want this event to come around like a lot. You know, I would prefer if this event came around sporadically, I guess. Just for the idea that, like, give a little bit of time. Every couple of months I could see it coming back. I think the Operation Purge that we have coming up is going to be a little bit different. I think that one can be more consistent. But when you consider you're dumping in a lot of resources, I wouldn't mind if this event came around every couple of months and we had the opportunity for that. Now, granted, that being said, some of the rewards are great. So if it came back quickly, I wouldn't be too upset at that. But I do feel like if it comes back really, really fast, like we saw Forlorn Fair come back like once a month for a couple of months in a row. If it had that consistency, I think it would wear some folks down, and then some folks would start to run out of resources. But I think if it was spaced out and you could stockpile that stuff back up, I think you'd be in good shape to do that. Let's go ahead. I'll actually open up these extremely rare, see if we get anything. Whoa. Oh my God. What a beautiful event. What a great purchase this is. I don't have the silencer. That is so sick. This was super worth. Oh, that's awesome. That makes me feel really good. Not gonna lie. Let's grab that. That's so cool, man. What a good event. Nice. Okay, and then tactical stock we actually have on our Uzi right here with us right now. Hey, you know what? One new thing out of two. Easy. Easy take. 100%. I'm loving it. That's awesome. Ooh. We do already have some puppers in here. What do I just like not care about? Probably these. I need to upgrade some storages here. I need to upgrade some storages. We have a lot of stuff to recycle. That's one of my struggles here on free-to-play is not having the second recycler. Like, honestly, that probably, if I was ever going to put a couple of bucks into this, there'd be a few things I'd consider buying. Some of them would be like another fridge, for instance. But honestly, workbench-wise, I'd probably get another recycler. That's how important I think they are. Okay, if you didn't notice, we do not have a raid streak. I did not get a revenge raid in those 2 days for my witch, so now my witch is reset. So what I'm gonna do, I will rebuild that. I'm gonna go fight the witch here soon, take her down. I'll get the rest of the tasks saved up, and then once all the locations reset, we will we'll try again to build up a raid streak. But in the meantime, I'll probably go ahead and do a raid video on our main account in between that. All right. With that being said, we're going from one good event to another, with the other chance to grab some more goodies. I'm jumping into Commune Trials here. My goal here is to grab this drone blueprint. We're going to try to get maybe 10 or so of these put together. I'm probably also going to start going after these extremely rare weapon mods. I will head back to the base after this to show you what we do and don't have yet, at least opened up or acquired, not yet built, but there's really four things I want here. I want the drone blueprint, number one. Probably number two, actually, is start to stockpile tactical backpacks. A lot of folks, including myself here in free-to-play, don't have a good supply of these. Commune, great, is for trying to get this. So I'm really going to try to get this. So essentially, this is 2 days worth. This is like 2 days worth still, because you get 600 a day. If we do the last day, then I can pick up this, which is probably what we're going to do. If we have any left over, I'm actually going to start grabbing these biker magazines, because they did talk about the bike getting some additional upgrades and maybe some more levels. So that could be really interesting. The other things we could think about here is some steel and titanium wouldn't be too bad. And actually 10 ash planks isn't a bad idea either. Especially, this I want to highlight. If you don't have your ATV yet, but you want to look at upgrading your racks, you can start grabbing this ash from here. It'll take you a little bit. I think it's 20. Is it 20 to upgrade or 40? I don't remember. But you actually could make some progress with upgrading those without even being at the having access to that, which is pretty interesting when you go to think about it. So, all right, my least favorite one of these is this event. I just die randomly to this event more than anything else, because trying to kill these dang raiders, I'm not using a good weapon for this either, is really annoying. And then they changed this now. I really shouldn't be using this Uzi here. I never used the Genesis weapons for this, because I think that's a bad idea. And not worth it. You just take so much damage from this. It's insane. My armor is going to get smoked too. This chick's just standing here watching me die. Thanks for the help. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thanks for looking out. I do want to finish this weapon up. Yeah, I never used the Genesis weapons here, but we have to complete this. I really don't like this one. This is truly my least favorite one out of all of them. And it's really the only one that I ever die at because I just don't heal fast enough. You're seeing me like over healing here a little bit. I'm trying to time it, but it just ain't working, friends. Let's have you sit there. I can get some heals. I have been using the drone more recently with this and finding some success. So that is nice. And then in between these, I try to get cheeky. I try to... How about you stay away from me a minute? I'm going to lose my armor here in just a second, probably. Come on, dog. Help me out. Companions are big for this. I really do think companions are big for a lot of things, but I do think they really help in these events. Oh, man. This armor ain't going to hold up. Let's get some armor. I should have brought a set. That's all right. I don't want to lose it. All right, last one. We'll get these done, and then, yeah, I'll jump back over. I think that'll be interesting. Take a quick look through what we have left, but that's great. I'm actually really stoked for today. I was not expecting to get a whole lot, to be honest, from those blueprints, but hit that silencer is pretty sweet. And honestly, I haven't opened very many, I don't think I've opened very many extremely rare blueprints in a minute, so it's pretty cool, actually. How about you stop hitting? Help me out, drone. Thing I healed right there. Pop this. Stay away from me. I need to just kill. The other problem, too, with this is the fact that it's hard to kill them, like, one at a time because they mob so well. All right, well, the doggo decided to get tired. We used up all but one of our drone flights, and we ate some beans, and we used a set of armor, basically, which I am just going to get rid of. But we're 600 points in, so we're halfway to our drone blueprint, and we can salvage a little bit of this pistol, too. We are 600 into our drone blueprint here. One more day, we'll have this knocked out. Like I said, I'll probably grab this, then look to maybe grab this. I think actually that's 1800, yeah. So we're gonna be able to grab drone blueprint, backpack, this, and this all at the same time. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good. I have still continued to be a fan here of Commune Trials. Just with what's available. I will say one thing. One small change that I would make to this event is we see a lot of events that actually run a lot longer. I'd like to see this run for 7 days. I think that would be really reasonable to give you an opportunity to go and grab a little bit more of the stuff. I just don't think you get a good opportunity to like grab a lot of the daily shop items and some of the base items. And it's not a daily shop anymore. It's 2 markets of one time, but I just don't think you get a really good chance to grab a whole lot of that. Obviously, they're trying to funnel you towards using coins and, you know, doing more runs and all that stuff. It's just pretty intensive in terms of resources, whether that be armor, heals, weapons, whichever choice. Like, we could have did that last one, although I think that would be the hardest one. We could have fought that one with melee. We would have just needed probably 2 more sets of armor and 3 more stacks of med kits to make that work. Obviously, you know, that's probably the most efficient way in terms of saving guns, but not the most efficient way in terms of total resources. With that being said, it is a pretty intensive event, and I just wish we had a little bit more time, you know. And I think also for our free-to-play, you know, players that are a little bit newer into the game, I will say, I think there's also a component of like, you know, give them a few extra days and they could complete some of the lower level ones, which, you know, aren't as hard and aren't as resource draining. And then they get some additional prizes out of that. not the top end stuff most likely, but they'd probably pick up some useful resources, and I think that would be I think that'd be a good idea. So give it a few additional days, and I think you'd see, I don't know, might entice some more players to play it, which would be good. And I hope everybody is playing it. I really do. I think Commune Trials is probably one of the best, like, regularly occurring events that we have. But let's finish up today by just quickly taking a look here at what mods we're still missing. So sidearm knife. I don't actually know if rubber handle is rubber handle in the game. I don't even know if rubber handle's in the game. I don't think this is. So we have all of those. I am still missing the polyethylene string. We actually have the bow pretty well crafted up. I'm missing this. If there was any mod that I like truly still need, this is it. Legitimately. The hunter's handle for the cleaver is so fantastic. But I am still missing that, unfortunately. But we have everything else rock and roll. We have the best blade, the tactical butcher knife. It's really, really cool here. I am missing a defensive grip. I am missing a balanced handle, which is fine. We have the best mods, I think, on that. I have all of the machetes. I actually have all here for the skull crusher. I am missing the ergonomic handle, so this is another one that I would really like. I would love to be able to grab this. This would make my saw blade maces just that much better. But we do have the active mod for this, which we have installed, which is awesome. I am missing the improved revolver, which is in the game, and actually legitimately does make this, it's not good by any means, but it does make it usable in some instances. This gets much better at the farm with this mod on. I have done that on our main account where we have this. So that's pretty cool. I have everything here for the pistol. I think I have everything. Nope, I am missing improved sight and sight times 2x. I don't think either of these are in the game yet. So yes, I do have everything. I do believe that. I am missing the improved barrel. And both of these I don't think are in the game yet either. Which I guess is also something to be said, like, are we going to get some of these active mods? You know what I mean? Red dot sight, I'm missing here. This would be one of the other ones that I would be... It's probably the tactical butcher knife, and then probably this red dot sight are the two that I would like the most, because we have a really good shotgun. Being able to put that on here. That was it. This silencer, actually. This one was the last one needed for the M16. That's really cool. I'm super stoked about that. I am. That's cool. That's cool. When you consider we don't need a whole lot of them, and we picked up one today, that's awesome. Scar, we're looking pretty good, but we need some magazines. We need the silencer. This is in the game, I'm pretty sure, so I need that. Actually, I don't know if it is, now that I say that. No, I think I'm thinking aim shot. Or staggering shot, yeah. So, we're doing pretty good, actually. When you look at all of them, we really don't have a lot that we're missing. Now, I am, of course, missing a whole bunch of stuff here for the Dragunov. But that's it. I would also love to see at some point in the future, whatever they decide to do, I want to see more weapon modifications. I think if they do bring more weapon modifications, I talked about this in the past, I think they need to update the system for the trade-ins, the way that they work. I would almost like to see kind of like a shop or something where you could trade them in and gain points or reputation, and then you could, I don't want to say that you could like pick the thing, but maybe you could pick like the weapon you're after or something like that, and then you know, you could pick white, blue, purple, you know, your common, uncommon, and extremely rare. And like what you dump in from the excess ones that you get from the events and stuff, they can keep that system the same. then you could almost like narrow it down and try to find it. Now, granted, you could still like roll poorly and get the same EXBP that you had before, but then you could at least turn that back in. I think the current system is a little flawed from the idea that like we just can't do anything with our reputation. Once you turn all those in and you have the basic mods, you just have to really open tons and tons of EXBPs to get what you need left. So again, happy we got that today. Happy to finish up delivery service. We're working on some stuff over at the settlement, making some good progress there. So we will be sharing that with you. And like I said, we are going to be trying to get a raid streak up and back running. So be sure to stick around with us. Again, some advanced recordings this week, but excited to jump into Operation Purge. And we'll have all the details on this as soon as it drops and we get a chance to dive into it a little bit. If you want to be on the cutting edge of the info, come join our Discord. Links in the description down below. Really good community. Lots of folks are going to be chit-chatting about this event and talking about what they've learned and what we can share, and you know, posting up other important and helpful tips and tricks. So be sure to stick around or join that down below. Hit that subscribe button for us as we're on the road to 10K. Really do appreciate all the support. And with that, we'll see you in the next video for some more The Last Stand Earth action. Thanks for watching. Peace.